Hey guys, Casey I've been back with Area 401, and I've got a new pistol that I'd like to talk to you guys about. Clear firearm, all the good stuff. Okay, so what this is the P365 SAS. A little different from the 365 and the 365 XL. The SAS has a dual port, one right and left, and then it has the low profile sights. So I don't know if I can get, oh, money. Okay, and that's one thing I'm gonna go into here directly. But I was looking at this at a local gun shop here in East Tennessee, Liberty Arms, Killer Place in Tazewell, Tennessee, if any of you guys are close to that. But anyways, great guys. So they only had one of these on their shelves, and I was kind of curious. He's like, we only got one. We got some 365s. We got multiple 365s. I was like, well, let me see that one. And I really liked it from kind of the get-go, but it not having any traditional sights on the top of it is definitely different, really different to me. And the SAS, it comes with a 10-rounder that has a pinky, and then a 10-rounder that doesn't have a pinky. As far as I know, the 365, the regular 365 mags will work in this, so I'm going to go ahead and order one of the 12-rounders for it. I got large hands, but primarily I got this to carry for blue jeans, dress pants, have just that little bit, slimmer profile and be able to conceal a little bit easier. Because I traditionally carry a VP9 or the HK VP9 or the Glock 45. The G45, not a 21. It's the model 45 with 9mm. Okay, but I was looking at this for myself and my wife to conceal carry under certain conditions. And what I liked about it, because it is a small gun, it has the dual ports, and anybody that shot small guns, they have a tendency to give you that little rise. And where I have I've got a pretty good sized palm, so what happens is it only tucks up on 2 fingers. I can't really get that pinky in there, but with this one I can. But primarily shooting small guns, it kind of has that kick out of your hand, so you gotta re-grip into it. But I like this. And then with the sights as well, because they're not the traditional sights, I was a little skeptical of it. But after monkeying with it at the gun shop, I kind of grew to like it and the ideology of it. And I let my wife check it out. And another reason is because I have people over to my range all the time, and I like getting women and children to shoot. But, women have, learning curve. There's a slight learning curve getting anybody new into shooting. So, not just women, either way. But what I really like about this is it's a circle inside of a circle. So it's very intuitive of what you're doing when you're doing it. The 3-dot system and lining up the sights, not all traditional sights have the 2 dots on the rear and 1 on the front. So sometimes that can get confusing on where that should be in a sight picture, and explaining that to new people gets a little redundant sometimes. But with this, circle inside of circle, and then you just hold that until you've got that nice crisp little pull. So that's another huge reason that I got it, is because of that sight system and being able to show people and get them acclimated to guns in general and kind of the proper sight picture, so they can actually take that and kind of morph it over into the traditional sight system. So after I got it, me and my wife went out to the range and then ran probably, 70, 80 rounds through it. I didn't have any feeding issues, no cycling issues. And honestly, I'm very impressed with this little gun. I am super, super impressed. And with the porting, it did exactly as I expected it to. It controls that muzzle rise just enough to where I can transition target to target, no problem. I didn't really feel any lag throughout the whole mag, you know, as far as having to readjust on a target. And I'm super pleased with this. A buddy of mine, he was monkeying with it. He's like, it's really cool. He's like, but I don't like the slide release. I'm like, you know, it's kind of one of those things you got to pick and choose what you want. Me personally, I rarely ever touch a slide release on any of my guns, you know, because I, you know, tap and rack, you know. So getting that in there and trying to force it down on pretty much any small gun, because that spring pressure so tight right there anyways, don't really use it. But to me, there's no downfalls to this gun other than it's not bigger and I can't put more ammo in it. But that's exactly what it's meant for, is to be a small compact gun with a, I don't know if this is technically a double stack or an offset stack or whatever they want to call it, but it's awesome. And there it is with the pinky grip. I would strongly suggest this for anybody, especially women that are looking for a concealable gun. I like this. It's just it really works. So if that helps any of you guys, just give me a shout back and some feedback. And if you got any more questions, feel free to ask me. All right, bye.